Blue Galactic Hand, the reading for yesterday, merged with today's reading, Yellow Solar Star. So I'm going to take you through the integration point, which is an internal process, integration, into the solar energy, which is the directional and intentional energy that goes outwards. From what we integrate, we then have something to bring out into the world, an intent. And so Blue Hand represents embodiment. It represents the knowing that comes from embodying. It is our hands and our physicality that humanity has the ability to mold the physical reality with our hands, but it is also that conduit of consciousness. So when we integrate consciousness, when we integrate higher and higher levels of consciousness, then we are able to do much higher levels of consciousness types of creations. We're going to create a reality that is not based on the same limiting paradigms that we have been, because we are transcending lower levels of consciousness and ascending to higher levels of consciousness. But ascension is a consciousness thing, but we need to embody it. And so yesterday was about this: integrate the knowing into our body of what higher consciousness wants us to do. And today is that bursting forward, and it's solar star, which is the divine plan. The star is the star tetrahedron that is the core of creation. So on a microcellular level to the macro stellar level, everything is arranged in this beautiful geometry that runs through the whole of creation, which is the language of light, which is the language of love, which is God's fingerprint. And so as we awaken on this journey of yellow sun, we're in the wave of yellow sun, the last wave of the first castle that is holding the year 2021. And this is what this year is about. It's about us awakening higher levels of consciousness, embodying that, and then translating that into our creation so that we can bring what we create into the perfect harmonic patterns of the truth of creation. So rather than the lie, the illusion, which isn't beautiful, it's not in accordance with the rhythm of nature, the frequency of high vibrational light. And so it's all this distortion, and we are attempting to awaken higher levels of consciousness to transcend the distortion, to bring more and more higher frequencies of light and consciousness into the material world, to arrange it in form, in alignment with the core truth of creation, which is beauty and love. And so the challenge of Yellow Star, so the challenge of today, is White Mirror. And we're in the year that has the energy of White Mirror. We're in an overtone White Mirror year, and we're in a White Mirror themed galactic year, and we're in a generation of White Mirror from 2017 January, which is speaking to a 13-year process of coming into the light of truth and coming back into alignment with truth. And the ultimate truth is this spiritual reality that we mostly aren't aware of, which we are awakening to in this time of awakening spiritual intelligence, which is the wizard wave of generational wave that we're in from 2019 to 2032. So we're in this time that is held by the themes of awakening to truth, aligning with higher truth. And that is also accelerating, because truth precedes the storm that precedes the shift in consciousness. So we have the 18th archetype mirror leads to the 19th archetype, storm leads to sun, the 20th archetype, the archetype of awakening. So the process that leads to awakening is a correction in the field of truth. Like, we are living in a world of lies, and the more truth we get, the more awake we are to the lies. And so the balancing point between mirror and star is the beautiful truth and the beauty way, because the truth is beautiful and beauty is the truth. And so when we look around at what we're doing and whether or not we're creating more beauty or we're seeing the beauty in reality. If we're not seeing the beauty in reality, then we're not seeing the truth. We're seeing something else, an overlay, an illusion, and we're interacting with that illusion and we're losing sight of our own beauty as we do so. So beauty and consciousness are very closely linked, and of course God, and we are creator beings, artists of life in this cosmology. So the awakening to art and beauty is awakening to who we really are.